Hi guys, what's happening? Thank you for tuning in. Now, as you can see from the title of the video, we are going to be going through my 2026 riding gear from early spring all the way through to sort of later on this year, and the reasons why I've chosen what I've chosen. Now, a slight spoiler alert, this is all from the same manufacturer, and I've partnered with Risha for this season. Now, there's a few reasons why I've done that. Now, the first big reason is Risha have been around for 70 years, and then typically the longer a company's been around, the better they're going to be. And the reason I say that is they've got longevity, experience, a lot of research and development, and more importantly, they've got trust from people within the industry. A company simply wouldn't be here that long if they didn't have true trust and reliability within the industry that they provide to. Now, not only that, it does show that they've got a massive amount of skin in the game. These guys know what they're doing, and they just deliver it in such a great way. Now, they cover road riding, off-road riding, track riding, you name it, they pretty much cover everything. They do suits, jackets, trousers, boots, gloves. There's not much that they don't do. Now, two other things that I really like about Risha is they're D3O integrated in a lot of their products, and they're also Gore-Tex approved. Now, for those of you who know what Gore-Tex is, you'll know that being Gore-Tex registered is so hard. This is not, I can sign up and become Gore-Tex registered. There's a huge amount of things that go on in the background to enable a company to be Gore-Tex registered. Rigorous testing of the material, the manufacturing process, the reliability of these items. So not only are you getting the manufacturer's rating in terms of the CE approving for the safety, you're also getting Gore-Tex's approval, which, trust me, is really hard to get. Now, without keeping this intro massively long, let's have a look in this box next to me and see what we've got so far for this season. Now, this is the first item. I'm gonna have to stand up to open this. You're gonna have to bear with me. So this is the Risha Stradale GP One Piece. Now, as you can see from the label, this is D3O integrated. Now, for those of you who don't know what D3O is, go and have a look at some of their videos because it's an amazing bit of kit. Essentially, it's impact protection. It's also really flexible. It molds nicely, and you don't really feel like it's there. If you've ever watched the videos, you've seen what they do is they get standard impact protection and D3O protection. They drop quite a hard ball on there. Now, on the standard protection, bounces quite a lot, and that's exactly what would happen to you if you had that type of protection on your shoulders, your hips, your elbows. You know where I'm going with it. The D3O, dead on impact. Second it hits, it cushions the blow instantly, and it's soft, it's absorbent, it's everything you could possibly want from any sort of impact protection, which is why I absolutely love the fact that they're integrated into these leathers. Now, there's three ratings you really look at when it comes to A categories. So you have A, AA, and AAA, and essentially the higher up you go, the more safe they are in a sense. They're a much safer product. When it comes to slide protection, impact, wearing, all of that included. Now, that in itself is a bit of a longer topic to explain, so we can cover that in another video. Me personally, I wouldn't choose to wear anything less than a AA rated jacket as a minimum. So having AA rated on these leathers is absolutely perfect and something I'll happily stand by. One thing I did forget to mention, this is actually Alpinestars airbag ready. So if you do have an airbag with Alpinestars, or you want to get an airbag, this will fit directly into this suit. It does, however, feel very comfortable. It's a nice neutral position. It's not too race fitted. It's also not too relaxed to the point where you don't really feel the confidence of a one piece. For those of you who've worn leathers like the RSTs, for example, you will find they're very aggressive race position, and you feel like you're walking around like T-Rex everywhere. This is a nice mid position. It's very comfortable. It's nice and fitted. You don't even feel the armor that's in there. It's a really strange feeling, but I've elbowed the floor a few times. You don't feel nothing. So yeah, nice little perforated parts on here, so it'd be great for the summer riding. And yeah, this is a lovely little suit. It fits really nicely. So following on from the one piece, we're going to have a look now at the Stradale jacket, which is essentially half the section of the two-piece kit that they do. So let's have a look at the jacket now. This is the Stradale jacket. Now, essentially, this is the top half of a two-piece kit in the same range as the Stradale one piece that we've just seen. Now, in the exact same way, it's D3O, it's AA rated, so it's got all of that safety rating and the comfortable protective armor on the inside. Now, yes, these are AA rated as a jacket. However, in order for you to be as safe as possible, just wearing this jacket with a pair of jeans is probably not the best thing to do. It has a zip liner at the waist, so it's designed to go with the trousers of this kit and be zipped together. Now, if they're not zipped together, chances are the jacket will ride up slightly and you're going to be exposed. So you've got to make sure that no matter what you do with the two-piece kits, you make sure that they're all zipped together, because that's the most important thing when you wear a two-piece kit. Small points to note now we're looking at it. Just feeling the D3O padding in here, it's so flexible. I've had had jackets in the past, especially the perforated summer ones, without mentioning any brands, where the padding feels fine until you wear something like a bag on your back or something along them lines. You just feel a slight dig in the corners. I don't think you're going to get that with the D3O, just purely because of how flexible the armoring is. I've got to say, this jacket is giving me the exact same confidence as what it does with the one-piece suit. It feels, like I say, nice and neutral. It's not too relaxed, it's not too aggressive. It's nice and snug fitted, and you don't even notice the armor that's on there. And the best bit is, I've got full range of movement. Nothing's restricted whatsoever. Coupled up with these trousers, this could be a real nice sort of 15 to 20 degree day when you don't really want to be going on a mad one with your one piece. You want to have something relatively relaxed. Now, it only seems right to have a look at the boots. Now, these are the Stradale boots, which are designed to go with the kits that we've just seen. And yes, I know, new boots on the table, you're probably going to cry about it. So let's have a look at these boots in a little bit more detail. Now, they've got ankle support at the back, which is massively important, which is why I don't really like wearing trainers when I'm out and around, just because you don't have the ankle support. And if you come off and your feet hit the floor in a way that your ankle's going to twist, you go in hospital with a broken ankle. So that's why I always like to have the ankle support with any footwear that I wear when it comes to motorcycle riding. Now, I have an anti-torsion here as well, which is at the back. Essentially what that means, it stops your ankle from twisting, which is really important as well. Replaceable toe sliders. So for those of you who like to do a lot of track or sort of fast-paced riding, that's really important that you're able to change these out. Real grippy bottoms as well, so you're never going to be slipping on pegs. And last but not least, D3O integrated. So again, the impact protection is there, it's flexible, it's comfortable. These are actually a really nice pair of boots, I like these. And once again, this is their Racing Series boot, which is designed to go with the leathers and the jacket, which is also their Racing Series. So yeah, nice boots. So with that, I'm gonna put these back in the box and we'll get on to the last couple of items. Now this is the CRGO, which I'm guessing is cargo leg bag. Now, it just kind of seemed right to fall into this after we'd had a look at the items we had a look at. Now, the first thing I've always noticed is the waterproofing sections here. So on the zips themselves, they've got this sort of waterproof cover, just purely designed there to stop any water getting into this. So you can leave your phone in there, your wallet, whatever you want to leave in there, the water's not going to get in. Now, it's made out of a water-resistant material. And again, the reason for that is to make sure that any items you get in here are not going to be damaged by water. Now, standard sort of setup, you have the section that goes around your hip and the section that goes around your leg. Now, what I quite like about this bag is it's got 3 different areas where you can attach it around your legs. You can have it higher up towards the sort of groin area, or you can wear it slightly lower if that's more comfortable for you. But yeah, a nice little bag. Not a great deal of things to go through with that. It's a leg bag with a few nice features. So yeah, be nice to have. Now again, with thanks to the adjustment parts on the inside of the bag, you can decide where you want to have the strap to secure it to the leg. I'm actually very, very pleased with that. It's nice, it's comfortable. You don't really feel it's on there, to be perfectly honest. And yeah, it's just a nice, convenient thing to have when you're out and about riding. Now these are the Apache trousers. Now this is going to be more towards the sort of peak of summer that I'll tend to be wearing these, or days where it's a bit too warm to be wearing the one piece. Now, believe it or not, these trousers are AA rated. They're sort of cargo in their design, and they just look great. Now, these again are D3O integrated. You can feel around the knees here, you can feel the padded sections. Now, the thing that I like about these, with them being so flexible, they just feel like a normal pair of trousers. I've tried these on. I've also tried the jeans on, which we're going to look at next. And I can vouch these are really comfortable to wear. Trouser pockets, they have a little button clasp. You're not having to rely on Velcro that, let's be honest, wears over time and never ends up staying shut as much as you need it to. Hip protections around the sort of areas that you need it as well, which is a nice thing to have. Standard belt loops. And yeah, just overall, a really, really nice pair of cargo trousers that I actually really like. These trousers feel great. They're sort of loose enough that they feel comfortable, but not too loose to the point you don't feel the confidence in them and how fitted they are. You can just about feel the knee padding as you sort of flex, but they don't intrude you from doing anything. You've got complete range of movement. Same with the hips up here. There's a nice bit of padding in there, but you don't really feel that it's there. It's quite a nice feeling. So these are the Ragnar jeans. Now, these are very similar to the cargo trousers we just looked at. However, they're obviously a denim setup. So let's have a look at these in a bit more detail. So in very similar ways, these have the hip protection at the top. You've got your knee padding here. You've got really nice denim design, pockets to the front, standard belt loops, and it's D3O integrated. Now again, the same as the cargos, these are AA rated, which is actually really, really hard to get. You see a lot of trousers that will be single A rated, which is okay for most scenarios, but when you're riding sport bikes, you're a bit faster paced, all that good stuff. You want to be having AA rating as a minimum. And I think this is great that you've got this with the jeans as well as the cargo trousers. Very similar to the cargos. They're nice and fitted. They're loose where you want them to be, but they're not too loose. You don't feel the confidence. To be honest, these are actually really comfortable to wear. It's just like wearing any normal pair of jeans that you'd wear going out and about. So that's a real positive for me. Now you probably can't see on camera there, but you can just about make out the knee protection a little bit more than you can on the cargos. I think a lot of that is going to be down to the colour and it standing out a little bit more. Overall, these are a really nice pair of jeans. They're comfortable. You feel the hip protection up here. You feel the knee padding nicely down here, and it actually extends down sort of halfway down the shin, which is great, especially if you ever do come to hitting the pegs, you're not going to feel it as much. So a massive thank you to Reacher for sending these items out to me for this season. Now I cannot wait to be able to get out on the road and test these products in person and see how these really perform when I'm out and about on the road. For those of you that are interested in having a look at the Reacher products, do have a look on the websites because they do a massive wide range of sizes available for everyone and also cover everything from gloves to boots, jackets to trousers, one piece to two piece. There will be something for you, whether you're a road rider, off-road rider, or a track rider. But other than that, thank you guys very much for watching. And yeah, I shall see you in the next video. Spoiler alert, down there is the stuff for the Aprilia RS660 rebuild. Apart from the fuel tank and the headlights, but you'll find that out in the next video anyway.